Well, we've just heard from William Buick landing his third Goffs Vincent O'Brien National Stakes. Now we're going to hear from the winning trainer, Charlie Appleby. Charlie, many congratulations. It's been a wonderful season from Flagfall and just continues to get better.
No, thanks, Kevin. Yeah, no, it's been great. The momentum's kept going. As we all know, that's the hardest part in any sport, is to keep that momentum going. But full credit to all the team at home. They've done a fantastic job. Most importantly, I must give a lot of thanks to His Highness Sheikh Mohammed and everybody in Godolphin. They're so supportive, even some days where things don't go right, as we know in any sport or industry. And when those days don't go right, you need someone to just give you a bit of an arm around the shoulder and say, don't worry, keep going. And that's what it's. Thankfully we've had a lovely season, and haven't been too many days like that. But it's a great team effort.
Great stuff. And obviously going back to this horse, was it always the plan after the Superlative Stakes that you were going to let him take his chance in the Goffs Vincent O'Brien?
Yeah, for sure, Kevin. Far from so, I've been doing it for too many years, but thankfully the few times that we've done it, it's been a nice route for ourselves. Obviously Corto and then Pinatubo. We bought Master C's here last year. Unfortunately, it didn't come off, but he's going to shown what sort of a calibre of horse he is, finishing second in the Guineas. So the plan was immediately after the Superlative was to bring this horse here.
And obviously a lot of strength and depth in this point. Lonsdale has been so impressive in his 4 wins this year. What were you expecting coming here today?
I felt it was a very interesting weekend before any of the racing started, before the Champagne or the National Stakes. That I felt that we hadn't seen a 2-year-old colt that we'd seen 2-year-old colts, but they'd all just got to step up again there to sort of show their worth going into the autumn. And the Champagne, we saw the result there, and coming into the weekend here, I felt that there was lines of form that were very productive to our horse, positive from the Champagne. I felt in the paddock, I personally always going to sort of your heart will roll your head, but I felt he was the best looking horse in the paddock, and he was a man amongst the boys, really, to be honest with you. Interestingly, William said he was still quite raw throughout the race there. Even going down the post, he said he was ducking at the different shades of the grass going down, and hopefully that's encouragement that there's still some more improvement to come.
And it was an end-to-end gallop, wasn't it? Proper even gallop all the way. There was no hiding places, and as you rightly said, your horse is going to learn plenty from that. He's a work in progress.
No, for sure. And that's what you want, really, Kevin. As we all know, this time of year, when you're going up into that level, you don't want to have peaked too soon, because there's going to be. This is when all those nice 2-year-olds are potentially coming out, and we don't know, in the next week we might see another maiden winner goes and wins emphatically, and then before we know it, that will be in the Dewhurst as well. So I feel we go into the Dewhurst now with some bit of street cred, and therefore, and also the form behind him as well.
And he's really hit the line well, hasn't he?
Yeah, always confident that this track would suit him. It was quick ground at Newmarket, and they got racing and early, and it sort of caught him out a bit. But he hit the line. To be fair to the horse, he hit the line well at Newmarket. So the team have done a great job at home. We gave him a nice break after that, and then, to be fair, as you saw, he does himself well. And I took him away to Newmarket there a couple of weeks ago and gave him a gallop. And to be honest with you, Kevin, if you'd asked me 2 weeks ago, will we win a national, I said, well, we've got a bit to find yet. But I have to say, then, since that gallop, he hasn't half done well. And William rode in midweek there, and he looked great. And so we fully respected the favourite today in what he's achieved to date, but I was confident this horse and the better ground would suit him today.
And is it key to him? He likes a little kindness in the ground.
I just think that his build, he's got some big shoulders on him there, so and he hits the ground. Doesn't hit the ground hard, but I say he's a heavy topped horse. But he's an Oasis Dream as well, who as a rule would be happier on a sounder surface. So I just think nice ground, no excuses.
Great stuff. Can't let you go there. Ask you about Hurricane Lane yesterday. He was very good.
Yeah, delighted with him. It was a great race. It's great to see, Kevin, as you know, coming into those sort of races, that the classic generation still holding that form up, and I felt that the race and the horse himself, gained more respect, but the race itself gained a lot of respect as well, because obviously had the second from the English Derby there. From Richards, ran another solid race again there. But Hurricane Lane himself, as we saw that, in the Derby, he was our fancied of the runners. He obviously went in there with the least experience and probably showed on the day, to be honest with you. We were confident coming here until about 2 down when we thought Frankie had stolen a march, but the horse showed his class there and constitution and willingness to hit the line, and then to back up in what he did there in the Grand Prix de Paris I think you know, it's again just testament to the horse and what he's got. If you're going to ask me, I think yesterday's race was the easiest of all three of them for him yesterday.
I was actually going to say that visually that was his most impressive yesterday. He's improving at racing.
Improving. I mean, William got off him at Longshoreman, said Charlie's getting sharper now, I believe, or quicker. I sat on the fence there slightly in saying that I wouldn't like to say the horse is getting quicker, but mentally he's getting sharper. So he travels, and as you know, Kevin, in those races you've got to be able to travel. If you're behind the bridle in Group 1 races, it makes it an awful lot harder. It was like me on Sports Day. And
I'd say it gave you were confident throughout watching it.
For sure, yeah. You know, it was a nice even gallop. You know, sometimes, as we know, when you've got some pacemakers in there or horses that are going to go forward, if all of a sudden they get detached and the whole race sort of breaks down a little bit. But you know, Holly's had a nice even fractions there up on the front end there, and I felt it was, you know, it was right for the race, and you know, everybody turned in there with their chances, but you know, William turned into the straight with oozing confidence. It's, as I say, it's not too often you see in Group 1 races where they just take a bit of a pull and sit up for a stride or two to take their time.
Will we see him in the Arc?
Look, he's as I mentioned there, for me, it was the easiest of his last three runs. This morning, he's just had a lead out there this morning, and he ate up, and you know, had discussions with the team there. We'll follow the discussions through for the rest of the week. You know, it's a great race to, you know, have horses that are hopefully going to be good enough to be able to participate in, and he's obviously, without a shadow of a doubt, he's bought his ticket if we decide to go there, and you know, obviously Addy are missing this weekend. It wasn't a great worry for myself because, again, I don't feel he's got to go and buy his ticket into an Arc. You know, he's got the right credentials to turn up there, and he's pleased us over the last week there and again now, and so it's all systems go for him. If we run one or if we run two, it'll be just nice to have a runner in Arc that hopefully will be very competitive.
Well, either or, if they go on their own, they'll do you proud over there. Charlie, many congratulations. It's been a fantastic season from Flagfall. Well done on winning your third Goffs Vincent O'Brien National Stakes, and you're far from done with yet. Well done.
No, thanks, Kevin, and I'd say thanks to everybody here. It's been a great weekend of racing, and to be part of it and have a winner is even better. Thanks ever so much.